and we are going to play some Total War Warhammer. I decided to play this because I've been watching some campaigns that people are doing on YouTube and really enjoying them and wanted to get involved. I don't have all of the DLCs for this game, so I was thinking of maybe doing an orc campaign, but I don't have all the DLCs for the orcs. I do have almost all of the DLCs for the Lizardman. So I thought, let's do a Lizardman campaign. They've got a similar kind of energy to them of just being like big and strong and aggressive, and having lots of cool monsters. So, you know, it's gonna be dinosaurs riding dinosaurs all the way down. Let's do it. We're gonna do a Vortex campaign. I have the Vortex. It's a shorter type of campaign, so I feel like it's better for streaming anyway. And also, I wanted to play Nakai the Wanderer, but I don't feel like being way the heck up north in Norskin territory and having to fight them. I'd rather be in the jungles doing jungle stuff as Big Jungle Crocodile. Nakai the Wanderer is a really fun legendary lord. He is extremely strong. And he gives lots of bonuses to Kroxigor units, and Kroxigor units are excellent units. They're one of the better types of monstrous infantry in the game. So I'm going to be doing that, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to play the campaign on hard. I feel like anything harder than this, and it starts feeling like the penalties for the hard difficulty setting get a little ridiculous. So I just am not as into it. It just gives you a bunch of public order penalty and a bunch of replenishment penalty, and it just makes it more difficult. And also it makes enemy units be stronger than they would in, say, an online battle, and so it makes balance not as accurate. Like, you'll have units that shouldn't be holding up to your units hold up to them and stuff like that. So I play on hard. It gives it enough of a challenge that I'm still having fun, but that I feel like I can do it, and I can be the big cool hero guy and win. So that's what I like to do. So without any further ado, let's get this business going. Nakai the Wanderer, he has a bunch of cool traits. He is a horde faction, meaning he doesn't actually take or own territory. He unlocks units while other hordes use global recruitment to get access to them, so he is the basis from which all his other armies are able to recruit. I set up a vassal when I take a town and leave them, and they give various rewards, and then I have extra experience ranks for Kroxigor units. In my army, Kroxigors have extra melee defense and are less expensive to recruit. Without any further ado, let's get going. I will warn everybody, I do have the rig is not as great for loading screens in this game, but it generally doesn't chug. It generally works well, and you can play just fine. Oh, I gotta set my headphones up.
The first men to land upon these shores ransacked an ancient temple, filling their ships with golden treasures. Word spread of their wealth, and others were eager to follow. Fueled by greed, men of the Empire ventured deeper into the jungle's heart. The land
Hey, how you doing, man?
ravaged and
Sorry I couldn't make it to building up the
it will not be without
characters for tomorrow's game. I think maybe tomorrow what we'll do is we'll spend a session doing that together and building up these characters and getting their stats figured out. But welcome to Total War Warhammer 2. It's a strategy game.
Invaders. In the temple cities of Lustria, the lizard men enact a ritual.
I love you too, man.
Call upon their mighty guardian.
Oh, this tea is so good and the honey is so good. We got the expensive honey. It was delicious.
The Wanderer roams Lustria once more.
Yeah.
The spirit of the jungle.
My big boy.
A reckoning has come. Only the strongest.
We go
will survive
wrestle.
The coming bloodshed.
Deep within the impenetrable jungle, something monstrous silently stirs. Lustria is, and always has been, the dominion of the lizardmen. But now the warmbloods encroach upon sacred land, their plundering presence an affront to the great plan. With a swarm of his faithful kin following in his wake, Nakai instinctively senses a struggle of great importance is coming. It is time for the greed of the civilized to be met with the savagery of the jungle. Yes, a reckoning. A reckoning indeed. Yeah. So these are the lizard men. They're basically sentient dinosaur men who tame and ride other dinosaurs. They have these big toad boy mage priests. They've got, these guys are what's called Saurus, which are kind of the warrior caste. These guys are called Skinks. They are one of the laborer castes, and also kind of like the specialists, and often their smartest members become priests. Need an iron turtle. I don't know that that there are any turtles, but oh no, there's a pretty turtley looking couple of Bastillodons. Bastillodons look like turtles. They're like definitely like lie dinosaurs. None of these are actual dinosaurs in any real way. They're basically if somebody took dinosaurs and was like, but what if they were radder? Skinky. Yeah, the skinks are fun. I'm probably not going to do much of them in my main army, but I'll definitely have... I'm probably going to try and do what I call themed armies, where, like, I could... Like, there are definitely units in this game that are, like, the best. Like, the most cost-effective, best ones you can get. But I'm not going to just, like, spam them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have every legendary lord, and every lord, really, have kind of a themed army that lord is set up to buff. That's how I usually like to play. And my main boy's army is going to be Croco boys, Croxagores. Metal turtle sounds cool. Yeah, you can like get them armored up and have they sometimes carry like magical war machines. You can have ones that fire sun blasts and other ones that carry like big healy spells for your units. This game is rad and wild, and I'm really impressed with what Creative Assembly has done. They've made it very expensive, though, because there's like a million different DLCs, so if you want all of the content, you have to spend like $160 in total, I think, at this point. Come on. I believe in you, loading screen. You can do it. Come on. Finish it. You can make it. So yeah, this is the Vortex campaign, which means it's not actually the whole campaign map of that is available in this particular game. The Mortal Empires campaign is the whole campaign map, and they're coming out with Warhammer 3, which is going to probably have some other, like, all three campaign maps combined sort of place. Yeah, that's Gorok, my bro, who I'm going to be very friendly with. Fucking Skaven. So I'm trying to build up Old One favor by slaying these various enemies. These are the temples to the Old Ones, which I can probably use to unlock various cool effects. Neat. Got 5 grand. I could see if I could settle that place for that much money. I don't see any enemies nearby. Ooh, I get to start off with a Skink Priest of the Heavens. Hell yeah. Give me that Wind Blast spell. Alright. Let's go try and settle this place. Feel like that's a good first choice. Oh no, there are Skaven. So Skaven are rat men, and we're gonna fight them. I could auto-resolve this fight, but I'm going to fight them to show you the units. Yes, the skink winds. The skink winds blow. Alright. So yeah, I've got some Saurus warriors with shields. These guys are going to be like very solid frontline infantry. Probably going to use them in almost every army. Skinks with javelins, a reasonable, okay, fast unit, but, you know, nothing to write home about. And then these guys, ancient Croxagors, which have like magical punch fists, and regular Croxagors, which have like gigantic hammers and axes. Yeah, these are basically like human skeevers. And they're the worst, and they are constantly trying to bring about the apocalypse. Because they are servants of the Chaos Gods. I like this almost smile, this very sinister smile my boy has. Come on, loading screen. You're almost there. All right. This is the highest ground, and I'm definitely just gonna charge straight at them. Like a dino shark, yes. Alright, so let me show you all of our units. Here we have our sacred here. I'll start deployment. We have our ancient Croxagors, or sacred Croxagors, that's what they are. And they've got magical punch gauntlets. They're very good boys. Next we have our skink cohort with javelins. They're fine. They do a good job. Their javelins are poisoned, which is nice. Here we have our Saurus warriors. They've got like mahwaddles, kind of. Then we've got our Saurus warriors with spears, which are good against large. They are good against big enemies. And then we have our regular Croxagors. Big ol' hammers. I like this one personally. The big like fan axe. Yeah. And then this is our lord. Nakai the Wanderer himself. Ancient Croxagor. He's like head and shoulders taller than other Croxagors usually. Covered in scars. And he wants to wrestle. Punch boys do equal good. There we go. And I've got my skink priest here, but he's nothing right home about. Alright. Blast off. Fan axe. The ones that were like that. So I have a buff for myself where I rampage and give myself a bunch of physical resistance and extra melee attack. He's got a big melee attack, melee defense buff. I mean, if I buff the hell out of him and he just rushes in and murders all of them, then we'll probably be okay. Unfortunately, they've got Night Runners. Night Runners are skirmishers, and they're very fast, and I really don't have anything that can catch them, unfortunately. I might be able to take him out with some of my... Oh no, he doesn't even have the Wind Blast yet. Yeah, so we'll see what we can do. We're definitely going to win. It's just a matter of how much damage they do to me in the process. Alright. Go say hello. You get close enough. You just move up to javelin throwing range. Charge in. Charge in. Charge in. Charge in. Did you see? He just punched like a dozen rats away. Whomp! Whomp! Alright, I need to actually be seeing how much health damage my friends are taking. Good javelining. Looks like my Croxagors are just melting their units. And, you know, considering the stature difference... Now they're running away, they'll bounce back. Because that's how Skaven work. They always run away, then they bounce back. Then they run away, then they bounce back. Now, I can't really catch any of them. You're a faster unit. You might be able to catch a Night Runner. Alright, actually no, go like this. Just get out across ahead of them. Come on, come on. Make it. Make it. Yeah, this is where the vermin actually excel, is the running away and shooting at me while they go, and I can't really do much about it. I suppose I could back my valuable units off and let my less valuable units be the one to tank that damage. Yeah, I do not want any more of you guys here. Just jump into those clan rats, they'll immediately break. Yeah, you're gonna get those slave Skaven spears, yeah. Nom nom. Woof. Turn this way. Do your big dive roll thingy. Yeah! Alright, I don't need to chase them because this is a settlement battle. They all die in the after our victory. So I lost 28, they lost 639. Nakai himself, as a single entity unit, got 73 kills. Good showings from both of these units. Surprisingly, the spear units got a lot of kills. They must have just been up against the slave Skaven spears. Decent kills here, not much here, but, you know, they're not for getting kills, really. They're for debuffing enemies and getting flanking shots and stuff. Smash. Alright. So now we loading screen back, and I think after I take this, what happens is basically I set up this town as a vassal city to me, and I don't act like my faction is a horde faction, so I don't actually take any territory. I just keep moving. And I kind of gotta hope that my vassal manages to defend itself well enough. All right, almost there. Come on. Come on. I believe. It just takes a long time sometimes. Game, did you crash? I sure hope you didn't. Nope, just saw it move, the loading bar move. All right. It's not lag. During the battles and during campaign map, there's very little lag. It's just the loading screens take forever for this game for some reason. It is very annoying. Oh, there's another little bit of movement. So the lesson I've learned from playing the Spirit of the Jungle campaign in the past is that you kind of gotta just focus down enemies till they're completely dead, because you can't rely too much on your vassal state to finish them off or survive them. Ah, I see. That lag. That's the lag you're talking about. Yep, and there's a bit. About 8% dropped frames thus far. When we get our new house, we will be able to have good internet, hopefully. I'm looking forward to that. I think it's probably my lag, because it is dropping into like red and yellow and dropping a few frames. Oh, it's full. The bar is full. There we go. Alright, gift to Quetzal. Alright. So this is to get more magic stuff. And eventually will give me a very powerful vortex spell. This is extra bonuses for like infantry, Skinxaurus and Temple Guard. And this is bonus for Croxagore, Sacred Croxagore. I mean, this is what I gotta go for, at least to start with. There we go. So, now they have a region. I think my like actual foe. Whoop. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, my mouse goes off to the right, so I can't actually make the camera turn to the right. Okay, so my actual foe is, I think up here somewhere. So he's down there. He's over here. He's up here. She is over here. Alright, I think I'm gonna like try to secure this back line as best I can. So I'm going to go that way first. Let us see what I can recruit. I can recruit basic Saurus. Can I build? I can build. Build. I'm probably going to want to build these things first. But I suppose I can get skink stuff going as well. I can't get anything up there yet. But what do these do? That's hero capacity and untainted local province. This is upkeep. That's absolutely valuable. Upkeep and replenishment rate. That's amazing. All right, so I want this building. It costs 4 population surplus, but actually, that's only 3, and it'll take 4 turns. No, I'm just gonna do it right now. So I suppose let's just get the cheap and cheerful Saurus warriors, a couple of them. Start some research, sequence of creation, sequence of growth. I kind of like these two right off the bat. More horde growth and more replenishment rate. You got a level. Harmonic convergence. Absolutely. Correct. You know what? I bet I never turned my mods on. That's fine. This will be an unmodded campaign. Alright, I could get more. Let's look at... Yeah, I need to expand in order to get anything better. Alright. So let's keep it moving. Force march it. We don't need to encamp just this minute. Lots of smash, yes. Well, I'm hoping that there's another little Skaven clan in there. I could go down that way and secure that province. Search any ruined settlement for treasure. Well, I'm on my way to one. So actually don't get too close in case it is Skaven. Alright. I like how fast the end turn goes. That I am about. Oh, I haven't done any diplomacy yet. Let's look at my friends. So you guys, all I can do is ask you for payments. That's nothing. I will absolutely take a non-aggression pact with you. Will you pay me anything at all for it? 300? Heck yeah. Itza. Just a non-aggression pact? Heck yeah. Let's get those relations going. I'll probably kill the blue vipers next. Alright. Let's search the ruins first, because I do have a mission for that. Alright, so this is kind of like a Sudoku. It can't be in the same row, either horizontal or vertical. It can't be the same number or color. So this can't be 1. It can't be 2. So it can be 3 or 4. It can't be purple. And then... So this one would have to be a 4 and a blue. So that's blue 4. That's red 1. That would have to be... Ah, man. So that couldn't be purple either. It can't be a 1 or a 2 either. So that one must be a 3 or a 4, but it can't be a 3, so it must be a 4. So this one has to be a 3. This one can't be red or yellow. So this one could be red or yellow. Yes, I guessed right. And I completed a mission. Alright, next turn I will settle that and get to Itza. I will be as aggro as I can be. Fear not. Cool. Isle of the Crimson Skull. You know what? I don't like dark elves. They're evil and bad. So let's go do some good murder to them. Do I get that booted up? Do I hold on to the growth and build that? Oh, that just allows me to recruit Croc. Yeah. If I can just get to recruiting Croxors to spam out, I would be very happy. I sound so Norse. Dark elves, evil. Research and technology mission successful. Thank you for money. Extra horde growth. Hello, Dr. Dostax. So if I wanted to, for example, murder them, how would I do it? Do I get out to sea? I guess that's my only option. Do I go to war with Dark Elves or do I go to war with Orcs? I think Orcs are going to be more fun to go to war with, actually. Towards the Orcs. I don't have to jump into the water and jump back out of the water and waste a bunch of turns doing that. Camp. Recruitment. Croxa Gores. 100 of them. Ooh, that's going to be all my income. Let's just get 2 more Croxagores. Hammer Smash Thor. Orcs. Yeah, I mean, I'll go after those Dark Elves, don't you worry. I'm basically going to just be wandering around, smashing anybody in my path who I think is bad. Sign a non-aggression pact with the Southern Sentinels. I don't know them yet. They're way down there. I'll find them eventually, game. You want... I don't want to give you a defensive alliance. I'd love to get you to join my confederation, because then I could just gift all of those those cities of yours. Can I reach them? I'm gonna declare war regardless. Oh, there's an army. I don't know that I want to fight that army just yet. Alright, I can't reach there. Let's encamp. I could recruit 1 more Croxagore unit. And that would be all of my income. I think I gotta. What with there being such a large, scary army up here. Ooh, that is a very scary army. They've got cannons, they've got outriders, they've got great swords. Yeah, I'm not ready to kill that army yet. I hope it just sits there. Ambush would be the way I would try to kill that army. Right now I've used up my movement, so okay, it wandered off. Good. I can attack. Oh, these fools have marched out to face me on the field. Your savage orc spam will not save you. Though orcs have been kind of revamped to be, in general, a bit stronger. The wah mechanic is very, very cool now. Alright, come on, loading screen. I know you can do it. I know you won't take a half an hour to load the battle. Yes? Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. Alright, so now they're attacking me, which means I get to deploy and wait for them to come to me. They definitely outnumber me, but their units are pretty garbage. Error boys could be a little annoying. Savage Orc Boar boys could be a little annoying. But, I mean, I don't have any, like, soft units, except for perhaps the Skinks, and even they are technically infantry. And I feel like my Croxagores should just thwomp their way through everything pretty easily. Buff them up, probably buff these guys. Buffing my Nakai the Wanderer is probably good for killing their general, but other than that, I can probably stand to let him just do his thing. Alright, Saurus line, as wide as you can be, I guess. Let's get the high ground. Ooh, I could hide in this forest and try to charge out at them that way and get a little counter-chargy action. If I'm going to do that, I want to do it with the Croxagores, though. They're going to be doing the counter-charge. You can just be out front, ready to throw your jabs. You can be out front, too, ready to soak up aggro. Alright. Start battle. Come at me, bro. Wish I had some offensive spells on you, but you gotta level up a couple more times. Just angling these spears to catch that cavalry, that orc boar boys. Soon. Soon. Ah. Alright, my boy. Get that good murder started. Alright. Just gonna pause. Get the commands out. You guys just got revealed. Charge at the boar boys. Charge at the savage orcs. Savage orcs. Savage orcs. Alright. Get him. Womp. Look at that. Look at how much health that took out. Chomp. Next buff is going on to Nakai again to help him finish off the enemy general. Where'd their general go? Go get him! Don't fight these scrubs. Stop fighting these scrubs. Listen to me. Alright, so that's their wah. They are wahing now. Wah is basically a big buff, but they wasted it because they could have done it when all of their units were here and actually fighting. It'll be over in a second and their units won't be fighting anymore. Kill their boss. Come on. Come on, Nakai, kill him. Get them hits. Man, they're actually winning this fight, I think, on the left. I've broken through finally on the right, and my boys can now crash through. I gotta kill their general to cause the morale shock, though. They do got some ranged weaponry. They've got some error boys, which are pretty garbage units, but they are hurting me. Right now, I'm hoping to just collapse up their line, but yeah, there go all of my Saurus. Come on, Nakai, kill him. Fine, just start killing Savage Orcs. This actually might not go too well. I can load the autosave from before the turn ended and try to get away, but I don't know. Did I maybe not do a good plan? I don't know. Yeah, I lost my Skink Priest, and I think we're starting to go down. They just outnumbered me enough, which is kind of how orcs do. I should have been prepared for that, I suppose. Yeah. There we go. Alright. It's because I didn't manage to kill their general. If I had killed their general, I would have sent most of the units that I had started fighting running. Most of these units would have broken, and then I could have killed the other units. Because he didn't quite manage to take them down. I'll load back. I don't need to take that L. We can try again. You had a bet on me? I'm sorry. I never told you to stake money on me winning that battle. I mean, shit, it happens. Here's what I'll do. When they attack me, I'll run away, and then when they don't have the reinforcements, I'll let them fight me. And then I'll beat their army out on the field. It's because they had the reinforcements from the garrison. They showed up with all those ranged units while I was caught in melee. I just camped too close to their settlement. But we'll load back and redo it. I owe you a house now. Well, I can't help you with that, man. I specifically promised my wife the house that I'm buying. That is the correct question, Dr. Dostax. Unfortunately, that does mean waiting through more loading screens, which is annoying, but it is what it is. We must do what we must do to play the games that I like. Honestly, I picked this game because it is a game that this type of game that is very, strategic, I find very enjoyable. If you had even a single offensive spell, if you had the Wind Blast spell, that also would have been pretty damned helpful, so... Skink Priest also wasn't exactly pulling his weight yet. To kind of get me a new house on an island somewhere. Well, kind of bet that gets you a new house on an island somewhere can also lose you a new house on an island somewhere. Maybe take that as a lesson before we do our big tournament fight, as far as betting goes. Speaking of, I was thinking maybe we, and I was gonna say this just so that since Peter's here, I was thinking maybe what we do, guys, is we meet tomorrow, but we don't actually play our game. We just work together on building up these characters who are going to be in the tournament. This is basically going to be our own little Mortal Kombat, but mostly with kitty men. With like various Star Wars cat species, Cathar, Bothans, and whatnot. So, yeah. I've been really burnt out with house hunting and stuff, and I just haven't had the like brain space to sit down and stat out a bunch of cool baddies with interesting mechanics and backstories. So, I'd love to do that collaboratively with y'all tomorrow, if that's cool. Could build them now. I don't think I could. I think I kind of gotta focus on the one thing. We could certainly talk about them. We had kind of gotten basic like styles and whatnot figured out for them, and I think right now it's just a matter of like figuring out what. Yeah, that is Spidey. Banana Mana is Spidey. Alright, so now I gotta do that, and then I gotta hit Control L and make you guys sit through another loading screen. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm surprised that you did not see Banana Mana and immediately think Spidey. While this is loading, I'm actually going to quick run to the restroom. Grab myself some water. Alright, I'm back, and the loading is almost done, so we can get to the next loading. So yeah, we could talk about these cats. I can get my book out, and we can figure out a few things. I know, Spidey, you have been looking at a lot of talent trees lately, and so that can be very helpful. I'm gonna build them more or less like pretty normal NPCs. I'm not gonna like get a lot of them XP and build them like a player character. That's more effort than I'm willing to go through for 14 other people. 14 other baddies. But that being said, we are going to give them talents, and I want their talents to be like reasonable talents for them to have. If that makes sense. Alright, so mistake I made. When they attacked me, I should not have hung out close enough to their city for their garrison to come out. Because those were that unit was just enough to tip the scales away. We didn't have the momentum to break them. Means I won't get this unit, so I might as well just not recruit it. In fact, switch back, take a step back anyway in camp, and recruit it. So now we can actually just stand and fight. Alright, Greebits Bootlicka. Come at me. I want to wrestle again. Aw, this time they didn't. Well, now what do? I could ambush. What's the ambush percentage chance like in any of these given areas? 80%? 80%? 80%? Alright, let's go right here. Sit in ambush. I could go under in my money, but that's really not a wise thing to do. Wind Blast, hell yes. Oh, they left their town. Well, that's just as good. Thanks for the town, thug. Ooh, okay, but they have the walls, so this is actually going to be a fight. I'm going to still do this. I'm going to quick save. That way we don't have to do multiple loading screens. Let's take a look at the map first. What kind of terrain we're looking at. What kind of town. Okay, this is not that bad. If we park ourselves really tight on the left, we can avoid the towers pretty effectively by just rushing up here and then going up that way. That does leave basically only our infantry in the fight on the walls. I suppose we would also, once that fight on the walls is engaged, rush the gate with the monsters and break them open. I think we can figure it out. Let's go. Yeah, the siege maps in this game are not the best in any Total War game. I'd say the best siege maps in any Total War game are probably the ones in Total War 3 Kingdoms. Ones in Total War Troy are not bad either. But yeah. These ones are very lazy. They're usually just like one section of wall, one flat section of wall or a corner, and like just a little bit of city. It's not like it's, and like you're always one side and they're on the other. Like there, it's never you can deploy from multiple directions. None of that. So that is a criticism of these games that I think is valid. So basically we'll have one team of everything that can climb up ladders goes this way, climbs up here, and then another team of big Croxo boys who just goes straight for the gate, smashes it down. So this contingent, and I'll put all of the Saurus in a group, and I'll put the Skink and the Skink Priest in a group. And then all of you can be a group. And again, just the glory that is all of the Croxagors. And Nakai the Wanderer. Attempt number 2 for glory against the orcs. Under the fire of their towers. Pretty soon, probably gonna get lit up by orc error boys as I come into range. Yep. Alright. Nakai is taking it right now, which I suppose is okay. He's got fairly good armor. Mecha Gators. That's definitely one way of putting it. Ooh, and they're also targeting the Sacred Croxagors. Alright, well, I guess if I were them, that's who I would target too. Those are definitely the 2 most valuable units they can target. Alright, bust that fucking gate down, my boys. Just keep piling in. Keep piling it in and dealing hits to that gate. They've only got 1 friggin' unit of Savage Orc Biggins back there. They cannot hold back that tide. That scaly, bitey tide. I can't turn my camera to the right because I am 2 screening it right now and it just goes right off the corner. I don't know how to make it do that correctly. You. Up the wall. You. Up the wall. You. Up the wall. You. Up the wall. I think we've got most of the wall being told to have people go up it. Excellent. You could do a wind blast, but you can only do it fairly close, and you're not going to get more than 1 unit with that. So that's, I think we're going to say no. Gates are open. Punch on through. Just clobber everything in your path. Maybe I'll send 1 at this unit. Everybody get buffed and go rampage mode. Oh. Just launching fools. Womp! Womp! They do I do gain power by eating my foes, yes. At the end of battles, I replenish my forces by having them kill and eat our opponents. Which gives us the good nutrients we need. Let's get over here and I can maybe eke in a wind blast over here. Sacred Croxagors are taking a beating. Nakai is taking a bit of a beating too, but that's okay. Everybody else is doing fine and chewing through those units. Ah, not quite. Can you reach? Yeah. Do that. They're Ying. That's less than ideal, but not terrible. Oh man, their general is already terribly... Oh, it's because it's a unit, not a guy. Can't do it on tower. Well, I'd need to climb. Which means basically I have to wait my turn. This fight's gonna go our way. Our boys will definitely win against error boys. This fight's also going our way, and there's not too many more commands to give. It's kind of everybody's just in a fight, so let's zoom in and enjoy ourselves. Here, I'm gonna give you a pull-through order, because you need to get up in the mix, my friends. Alright, Nakai is pretty hurt. I'm gonna give another buff, and then probably get over here if you're up. Yep, you're on the tower. All right, excellent. Get over here. We can finish this with a wind blast. Gators are making headway. Big wind blast. And that was the finishing blow. Hell yeah. End battle. Alright, alright, alright. Only 10 kills, but the morale hit of everybody in the unit being blasted off their feet. That went better. That was good. I need to get more income. I suppose I could probably like sack or raise this city rather than offering it to a god, but I feel like that's not really my business. How do you get income? It's kind of a slow process for this faction, but basically I turn settlements over to that vassal faction that I keep giving settlements to, and they govern them and give me income to sustain my army. And eventually I get enough income that I can sustain multiple armies. But that takes time. Like this is a long campaign type of game. That is a specific, like a, what? So you like flipper, but orcs, yes. Against orcs, against dark elves, against humans who are desecrating the forest, against elves, against wood elves, against zombie pirates, against zombies in general, against vampires in general, against, what other, Tomb Kings. Tomb Kings I fight against too. Basically anybody who's not, you know, Wood Elves I generally get along with okay, because they respect the forest, and that's about it, other than Lizard Men. Other Lizardmen factions, you, like, own the towns and, like, build them up and develop them and stuff. This Nakai the Wanderer is, you know, unique in that he is a Horde Lizardman faction. Surprised he hasn't leveled up yet. Maybe this battle will do it. I hope so, because I want to give him some dope stuff. I've only been able to give him Root Marcher so far. I can also get income through diplomacy. Like, I can convince people to give me income to get non-aggression pacts with me. I can get income by fighting battles. You get, like, loot from the fallen enemies. Usually I choose to eat my fallen enemies, though, because it replenishes my army faster, and that's a very valuable thing. They're from the I missed that. The mystical cross between Japan and Florida. The culture is kind of Mesoamerican. It would be pretty culturally insensitive to just flat out characterize this whole culture as like Aztec and Mayan inspired, but there's a lot of overlap. They like use step pyramids and stuff like that. They are officially, like, good guys. They are on the side of order and preventing chaos from taking over the world. But they often come off as extremely bellicose to outsiders who don't understand their particular religion. And their veneration for, like, the old ones. They usually get along best, I guess, with high elves and wood elves, but yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep gifting to Eitzel. Okay. So this should now have a pretty decent garrison. Yeah, that's got Carnosaurs and Croxagores, and yeah, that can definitely resist the little orc army that was coming. So I can now hole up for a turn or two, spend my money on perhaps some development. Yeah, I want to get this going, but I need 4 population surplus to do that. Alright, so... horde growth is extremely important. I'd really like to get the Sacred Guardian for Croxagores, get that rolling, but I think I need to get my buildings going better. That's another way I can like make income and or save money is by getting buildings that do so. So yeah. I suppose of these, this is the one I need next, because I need to get the Croxagores and Sacred Croxagores. Yeah. So that might be the next thing for that slot. Does my boy? He has another level up. Excellent. Let's get Roilings. Nah, we're not going to be facing anybody that has flying units for a while. Let's just power up Wind Blast. I'm just going to rest under the protection of my newly spawned vassal town. And then probably go on to Tanxla. And then maybe up to Floating Pyramid. But I got to be wary of Floating Pyramid because there is that big-ass human army that would absolutely stomp me right now. Let's do that. And stay encamped. Because I'm still healing. I mean, I could get another Croxagore, but it would put me negative, so... He is going to be heavily... I think he's going to eventually have, like, maybe a few units of Sacred... what are they called? Sacred Guardians or whatever. They're, like, the elite Saurus units, but otherwise I want this whole army to be, like, monsters. Big-ass Carnosaurs and Stegodons and Bastiladons and Croxagores. Horde growth and construction, I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't. Replenishment rate is also good. Army capacity could be nice, but not too worried. That would be nice. I probably want to start getting these too. Let's get this first, because horde growth and building cost feels like a really good call. I think Tanxla next. Just doing a little loop of this mountain, conquering all of the cities held by evil people along the way. Orcs are bad. That's a pretty generally agreed upon stance in fantasy worlds and universes, that orcs are bad. Alright, so we've got this going that lowers the upkeep of my units and gives me enough income space that I could recruit one more Croxagore or perhaps a Saurus. But the Saurus, I mean, the Saurus are good. They are a good infantry unit. Very, like, you know, they deal damage and they have a lot of health. But I like Croxagores better. That's going to be all my income, but then we're going to have a big battle against these fools. Maybe they'll even come out and fight me. If not, I'll ambush again and try to draw them out, because I've learned my lesson about fighting too many of them at once. Hold your vision, get research rate, but higher recruitment cost. I'll do the higher recruitment cost. I'm probably not going to recruit too much more anyway, seeing as my income is vanished. Alright, they have not left. I could go after Temple of Kara instead then. Yeah, let's just go threaten Temple of Kara, and if they chase me, then they chase me. It's actually... I think I might be outside of range of that. If I'm not, I can run away maybe, or fight it both. I don't know, whatever. I don't think they can necessarily reach me right now anyway. What you gonna do? So that bar next to their flag tells you how strong, roughly, their army is, how full it is. Oh, they force marched all the way to Temple of Kara. Okay. Well, I can reach Tunxla now, so thanks for the free town. More for Itzel. Give me the 10% strength, weapon strength for Kroxigor and Sacred Kroxigor units, all armies. Thank you much. I will fortify. You are going to just keep getting that. I want to crank up my growth as much as possible so that I can get more of these buildings. That would be very nice. Could get that one. It's not too important to me. I could start getting monster units ones. I could get this one, which allows me to get feral Bastiladons and feral Stegodons. Hello. It's okay. We've had a few battles. We are playing as a big crocodile friend. I mean, the feral Dread Saurian and the Dread Saurian and the feral Carnosaur are very good. The Ancient Salamander is also fun. So I think this one the Hunting Pack Den might be my next thing. I'd also love to be able to recruit more Skink Priests and stuff, but I think the Hunting Pack Den might be the next one to go in here. And then I gotta start spending points on other stuff, but yeah, things are going pretty good. You have leveled up again, most excellent. Why don't you get just yet another level of Wind Blast? Hell yes. You are going to be Wind Blasting all of the mobs of Mooks. Okay. Go into walk stance, get not quite to them. Because I don't want to face them and their garrison at the same time. In camp. Let's see what we can recruit. I could just get another one of those. I can't quite afford either of them their upkeep. Casualty replenishment rate. Let's get Sequence of the Skirmisher first. Feels like a good call. So this is a strategy game, CJ. It's very, very silly, but I am a big fan of the Total War games. I think they combine the turn-based move your armies around on a map aspect with the real-time order men to slay their foes aspects very well. Alright, so I've got all the growth I need for a building if I wanted one, but I can't get it right now. Let's just see how scary they are. I mean, that's basically that same army that beat us before. The only difference is now I'm a little higher level, but I haven't spent it in combat stuff. He's got Wind Blast now, which will be helpful. I've got one, or is it two more Kroxigors compared to the first time we did this? What do you think, team? Do you think we can win this fight? They outnumber us pretty heavily. The Wind Blasts will be good against their big units of Savage Orcs. I'd rather... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to back off, and I'm going to ambush. I'm going to be just outside of the reinforcement range of the town. I'll do it for one turn. If they don't come out at me, I think I got to just go after them, because I want to finish them off now. Of course I'm going to protect you, ally. Clan Fester, that sounds like filthy Skaven. Wicked enemies of the plan that are fit only for killing and eating. So what do I use this for? Old One favor. ton of missions. Those are all of those, like, named people who probably are going to have very scary armies. Alright. Wait, did I actually go a turn? I think I did. Oh shit, I did, and they got a bigger, stronger garrison. Damn it. Arrgh. They now have Savage Orc Boar Boys. That's annoying. Okay. I guess I'm gonna back off again, because I now definitely don't think I can take that. What do? I could go down here. These are almost certainly owned by Skaven. I could just leave these guys alone for a while and go fight Skaven instead. Let's ambush again and see what happens. They didn't leave. Why aren't you leaving, you cowards? I don't think I can finish them off right now. I don't have enough money to get more units. I could get rid of 2 of these Saurus warriors and get something better, perhaps. So now I have 481. I could get 2 more Croc scores. You know what? Fuck it. Let's try it. I'm gonna back off. Cause, yeah, they had their garrison. Alright, alright. Actually get them this time. Thunderbolt. Ooh, okay, this I'll take. Fuck you. Think you can charge out at me? I am down those 2 Saurus units, but this might be bad. But again, I have Wind Blast maxed out now, so I can do some pretty nasty Wind Blasts to clear out big groups of infantry. I've also got Forest, and I can ambush them with my Croxagores. I think we can maybe do this. I might try to, like, anchor my line on this point. Or perhaps over here. And if I can win this convincingly, I get to get those 2 more Croxagores next turn, and then I can immediately counterattack and try and take their town. I think that's going to be the plan. So, anchor my line on this cliff. Hard lock that group. Actually, no, add in. Hard lock that group. Them like that. You guys don't retreat. You and you. Alright. I think we can do this. gamble. Oh, did not work out. Winds of magic are low, but that's okay. They'll charge up quickly, and we're not going to get involved. Well, that's not excellent. We're not going to get involved in this fight immediately either. Okay, so they don't necessarily know where I am yet. Yeah, they're spreading out to find me. I'm comfortable with them attempting to do that. Alright, as soon as they uncover me, I'm going to pause and issue charge orders on them and try and just crush and overwhelm these first 2 units. Alright. Give a little buff to them. You guys get in there and kill the savage orc boar boys because you are anti-large. You guys hold your fire for a second because you're going to hit our guys as much as you hit theirs. Alright. Fairly solidly crushed that unit. They'll bounce back, but that's okay. This is going to be a kind of cat and mouse battle where it's about like winning multiple small engagements. Because if we fight them all at once, they'll overwhelm us, I think. Yes, I'm using the trees as cover. They cannot, when this little symbol is over my units, they cannot see that unit. So I'm using the trees to protect my army and make the much larger, much more dangerous enemy think twice before just charging in. Because I just crushed 2 units almost, you know. That's at half strength, that's at a third strength. There was another one that got completely wiped out, I think. They've got some units over here. They're not as good at hiding as my units are, because my units are like jungle units. I'm getting ready for them. This is going to be a little bit bigger of an engagement. They charged at my spears with boar. That was very foolish of them, but I'll take it. Set up to repel another charge. You guys get ready. Counter charge. Get a buff. You guys are gonna come over here. You guys are gonna go over here. You guys are gonna come over here. Just cover up this flank while we convincingly win this flank. Ah, can't turn my camera. There we go. So they've got a few error boys. That's going to be annoying, but they don't do too much damage. Alright, so we dealt as much damage as we got there. That's not what we want to be doing, but it's okay against one of their best units. Alright, Nakai, get over here. Wind Mage, get over here. You guys get ready to get around the flank. And they charge right back in again. Alright, I mean, if that's what you want to do, you can charge right into my spear boys as much as you want. Alright, let's pause and get this figured out. They're about to charge in here. That's going to hurt. I'm just going to have to counter charge it. Why don't I double buff this guy for now? Then you also charge in to go after their savage orcs. There doesn't seem to be anything coming this way. They've all decided to come from downhill, honestly. I'm going to get the downhill charges on them. Go there. You have seen them off, hopefully, for the last time. I'm going to leave you like that. You're going off to flank. You can just get involved. You are going to run over here and kill their Night Goblin War Boss and Grievance Bootlicka. Alright. And the more they bunch up, the better, because then I can get gigantic Wind Blast spells off on them. So I'm going to let this play out for a second. The momentum of the lines coming together. And Nakai is going to buff the hell out of himself and all of his boys. And you are my mage, about to go ham on that. You can charge into the Savage Orcs. You can charge into the Savage Orcs. You're going to continue getting out onto the flank and fire at will. You are... Yep, I knew they would bounce back and resist that, and I think you're just going to get into this big mess. Alright. Some people say pausing is cheap. I grew up playing this game in Medieval 2 where you had to because the game was so jank. Alright. And also, the trees make it so hard to tell. Alright, so this looks like a big, dense clump of boy. Of orc boys. So... put this wind blast right through them like that. Whomp. That was good. Lightning blast. Lightning blast right there. Alright, that was a lot of my magic. I'm probably not going to be able to get another one of those off, but that was 20 kills and an absolute crapload of hit point damage to the biggest blob of them where I've got the most of my guys fighting. So that felt pretty good. You're going to sit back. Keep it calm. You're fighting over here. You're getting onto the flank. Start firing into the Savage Orcs and then charging them. And I think it's just going to be, we're going to have to win these fights now. Buff Nakai. It's probably the last of my magic. Alright, we're getting some breaking over here. Yep, alright, good. Keep firing into them just to keep them breaking for a little bit. Alright, here comes the Wah, but if I can keep breaking units, they won't get as much use out of it as they otherwise would. Alright, you chase them off and make sure they stay gone. Prox, of course, charging into the middle. You're okay. Alright, breaking them down the line, breaking them down the line. Keep chasing him. Alright, you guys aren't doing anything anymore, so you just get into those Savage Orc Boar boys. Nakai... How are you not killing... I think it's because you're fighting two bosses at the same time, but we're... lightning bolts in somewhere. I think I should hold off, actually, and get the wind. Alright, 10 seconds till I can buff myself big times again. I can do a wind for 7. That can probably wipe out most of this clump. I just need to make sure I'm doing it in the right direction and configuration. That feels good. Yeah, that dealt a ton of hit point damage. Killed over half of them. Counter charge back into him. Oh, did you see the number of them go down on that counter charge? And they're routing again. Alright, you need to get in the back of this and make them break. I know that's not really your job normally, Skinks, but I believe in you. Nakai, you're doing a wonderful job. Just keep it up. You're completely out of mana, so you're kind of useless. Alright, come on, break. Break, you cowards. Alright, get over there. Get in here to help buff up all your friends. The problem is that their champions are actually pretty strong. They must have spent all of their levels in just buffing their actual melee skills. Which is not a bad strat for orcs, honestly. Need to get somebody into those archers to get them running permanently. Nakai, I don't want you to die. Get out of there. Nakai's running. Alright, he's out and he's not down. Okay. Yeah, that Night Goblin War Boss and the Orc War Boss, both the main things that actually stopped me from just making this a crushing victory on my behalf. They fought quite well. I feel pretty happy with my performance with the Skink High Priest. I think the battle is more or less won. I think they're starting to run. I don't want to kill them right now, because if I do, next turn they'll be replaced with full health generals. And I would rather, on my turn, next turn, after I have healed, chase them down while they still haven't healed. That was a tough battle. That was a good fight. You can see, like, the total number of my guys on the field versus the total number of their guys on the field. Less than 500 versus over 1,800. You know? Sacred Croxagor's fucking putting in work with 313 kills. Nakai didn't get as many kills, but he was like duking it out with 2 enemy lords at the same time. Again, this guy didn't get too many kills, but he did a ton of hit point damage, which makes it easier for these guys to get the kills. So that went fairly well. Loading screens. So yeah, I just that everybody who's here who plays tabletop games with me knows. I recently bought a big ass box of Warhammer Lizardmen. I don't intend to play the actual tabletop Warhammer game because it's a little bit too much for me, too crunchy for me. I prefer more narrative stuff and less crunchy stuff. But if in any future campaigns you want to play as a lizard who perhaps rides on dinosaurs as their whole deal, that's the sort of thing that we can definitely do. I'll have to, you know, cut them all out, assemble them, glue them together, paint them. But yeah, that's I've got like crunchy means context, just combat for combat. It's like, yeah, it's not like a role playing system. There is a Warhammer role playing system, but the traditional Warhammer tabletop game is a just battle simulator game. And it's supposedly very, very fun, but I've played it a few times and it's interesting, but I think that it like, one, it's too expensive for me, and 2, it's like it's a little bit more crunchy than I'm really into. And there's a lot of just playing to the meta, and I'm not super interested in just following whatever the meta is and spending $100 to, you know, be in line with that every year or so. So I'm not into it, but it's a bunch of minis that I got for a moderately okay price. And can now be used for fantasy campaigns. Or perhaps if we were to go to a campaign where, like, the main bad guy threat was an army of lizard men terrorizing the land, you know? One of them rides a Tyrannosaurus Rex-looking motherfucker. All right. Come on, loading screen. I think I'm just gonna kill and eat. I need the replenishment. So, om nom nom, orcs. Hope it was worth it. I have 13 income. All right. Everything is wonderful. Yeah, I'd love to get skink cohorts. Brave spawning chamber, chosen spawning chamber. Yeah, I get sacred Croxagors and chameleon skinks. I'd love to, but yeah. I don't think I care about that at the moment. I'll care about army capacity when I have enough money to afford a second army. I could upgrade this. But for now, let's do some good murder, because I got my recruitment done last turn. Alright, so that's... my horde growth is maxed out. Let's attack them outside of the city to draw them all out together. And it looks like it's gotta be a battle, but I feel pretty confident. I think I healed more than they did, and they rely on being at full strength more than I do. So, I think let's do this. This will probably be the last battle before we call it quits, so first, like, enemy fought to the death, I suppose. Yeah, we got at least 3 full-strength units of Kroxigors. Our infantry is more or less full strength, and the rest of the Kroxigors can pile on to, like, individual bosses pretty easily and just whomp the absolute hell out of them. Generally speaking, crunchy means, like, lots of math and dice rolling and numbers and stuff. Generally speaking, I'd say Pathfinder is crunchy compared to the system that you and I have been playing in. 5th edition is maybe crunchy compared to Edge of the Empire, but I'd let you decide that for yourself because you've got more experience with 5th edition than I do, and you therefore have experienced both, Peter. Alright. So they're going to be getting reinforcements. Those reinforcements are going to be at more or less full strength. I feel like my Kroxigor line is pretty fucking strong, though. I'm going to try and keep Nakai back and just have him use his buff on allies. I'm not going to gamble because I've got a good amount of magic in the bank already. You guys are going to bolster the weaker section of that line. Yeah, and they're waiting in this forest for their units. So I think what I'm going to have to do is go kind of to the edge of the forest and... Ooh, no, they're coming towards me. Alright, let's take some of our healthiest units. 3 healthiest. 2 head on. 1 going around the flank. Get around the flank. Charge in the back. Charging after the boss. And... big melee attack buff. Alright, first enemy force, I think, pretty thoroughly thwomped on. Finish off the boss. So let's make this a separate group, the injured ones. 1 got taken down, probably by their boss. I can't even see him in the pile of crocodiles, though, so I don't know how he could be hurting anybody. They are shattered, so they're not coming back. Where are we all going? Now we can kill him, because we're not worried about them coming back. We're finishing them off right now. So we're fine with that. Nakai, back off again. They appear to be sending something around the side, so I'll use my infantry to block that. There. Why are you guys going that way? I'm over here. Come this way to fight me. They are. Okay, cool. They're error boys. I can't do a lot against them, unfortunately. If anybody's going to take the arrows, I want it to be guys with shields, though. So let's put these guys up front. Alright, they're about to give me a big juicy blob to wind blast. So I'm going to get you in position. Get you in position. I think I'll have my healthy line of Croxagors bolster this position. And then you can actually come over here to face off against those boar boys. Yeah. Don't like the way sometimes pathfinding works. No. Go like there. You throw your ammo into those error boys. I suppose that's worth it. You're just going to tank a little bit. That's fine. Alright. I can see those in cav coming in from the side. Never mind. You'll have to... countercharge. 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 Get ready for the big wind to whoop through all of these guys once they're all stacked up. You get into position over here to oppose those cav. Yeah, I shouldn't have countercharged them. I should have braced, but it is what it is. We'll still hurt them pretty bad. Okay, 2-1. Another big wind blast right through their formation. Oh, look at that shiz. You guys can go help out over there. You are probably not going to have very much more mana for other stuff, but I'll try to save for another wind blast. Alright, you chase. You get in there. You get in there. Get in there. Chase archers. Chase. Chase. Get in there. do another wind, but I don't know that I need to. I could try it against the archers, but it's not going to do that much damage. It's really only worth it when you're piling it on top of multiple units all stacked together, but... I think we got it, though. I think they're going to crumple and run away and not return pretty soon. Nakai, you go after them, and Potion of Speed. Probably not super worth it, but I figured I'd catch some of them and some of the archers. Alright. They've got 700 left. I've got 188. Just staring and focused. They got their wah off, which is going to twist things in their favor a little bit for a short amount of time. Keep going after them. Alright, come on. Break. Finish breaking. Stop bouncing back. Oh, I just saw a big drop on that unit. There we go. I need to get me some goddamn fast units to catch baddies. As they run away. But that went pretty well. That was fairly good. My infantry got shredded, but my Croxagores more or less didn't take damage. Priest got 105 kills. That's pretty good. Got those two very, very effective wind blasts in. What time is it? 7:53. So yeah, this is probably going to be our last battle. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know that normally I would play a more either like action-y or narrative type of game, but I was just feeling this today. It is a comfortable game for me to play, and you know it's been a long journey to the stage we're at with getting this house, and I'm just hoping that the light at the end of the tunnel gets here pretty soon. We are hopefully going to be closing soon. And then stress level will hopefully go down a bit. I appreciate it. We are really excited about the house that we are currently looking at. It looks really great. it's got stuff that needs to be fixed up on it, but it's all stuff that we can do pretty much on our own. Maybe a couple of things we'll have to hire a contractor for, you know, but it's all going to be stuff that we can kind of put the equity in ourselves. And it's got a ton of land. It's got like 0.15 acres, which for in a city is a pretty big ass lot. Big yard, lots of space for us to garden and grow food in. We're really excited. Yeah, it's nice. And better yet, there is a very friendly next door neighbor cat. And we can swing swords around outside in peace very easily. There's a very friendly, very soft, very handsome, long-haired neighbor cat that came to say hello when we first saw the property. All right, loading screen, I believe. Only got like a 16th left. Yeah, and it's like also 3 blocks away from a gigantic like state forest park. Havenwood State Forest is what it's called, and it's in like northwest Milwaukee, and it's pretty damn big. It's got like 6 total miles of trails, and I'm very excited to live so close to it. Yes, it will give Solaire new real estate to plan and enact violence. He is unaware of this, but I'm sure he will be very happy when he gets to that stage. Maddie and I have both been kind of like silently freaking out about like we can't tell him. They can't know that they're getting a new house. We know, but they don't know, and it's sad. Can't possibly communicate to them. No, they will not enjoy the moving part, but they will enjoy the house. Kill and eat. Nom, senpai. Alright, and now the coup de grace, the finishing blow. Evasion, yes. I need to get into the next one where I can get Comet of Cassandora, and then I will really be killing shit with this character. I'm gonna auto-resolve. I figured I would lose the skinks, but frankly, if there's any unit I'm willing to lose, it's those skinks. Destroyed the blue vipers. Alright, do I keep going with this? I think what I'm going to do is get into here so I can get Sacred Guardian and start giving extra buffs to my Crocs units. And then I think I'm going to encamp and chill for a little bit. I've got a nice fat stack of cash. Let's get the hunting pack den going, and then with subsequent money I can do other cool things. I think we can even pass a turn before it gets to 8. Consider what our next targets might be. I think we've killed the blue vipers unless they've got territory further north that I'm not going to worry about right now. Clan Fester is destroyed, okay. Training dummies for Nakai the Wanderer, neat. Let's start traveling south. Let's go resettle and or roost out the Skaven from these 3 towns. Get a little stronger. We can fortify every day as we travel. Just gotta get a good chunky chunk of land under my vassal so that they can pay for everything we need. Let us actually do some diplome and see if anybody wants to pay us for anything. No. No. I will get a defensive alliance with you if you'll take it, but I suspect you won't. Yeah. Alright. No diplome. Only violence. Okay. Do some more research. Sequence of savagery. I like that. And then we can get sequence of the Guardian. So we've got plenty of that old one's favor right now. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. I could recruit a single salamander hunting pack or a single Razordon hunting pack, but I'm gonna save my money and see what's in here. Hopefully nothing too scary. Maybe I can even just settle it. Ooh, who is that? Huntsmarshal's expedition? No! No. I do not need to spend money on that. Money is pretty precious to me, actually. Comet of Cassandora. Hell yes. Alright, Quitax. Skaven. Not on my watch. Unlocked Rite of Rebirth. Oh yeah, I have rights and shit. I can do this. I mean, this is cool, but no, not right now. Upgrade that. I can't upgrade that. I could save up money and upgrade this. I think that's the thing to do, because I want to get to the Dread Saurians and Feral Carnosaurs. Actually, honestly, what I probably need to do is get the Skinks going, which means I need a bunch more population surplus. Meantime, Sacred Guardian, extra melee attack for Kroxagor's Kroxagor Temple Guard units. Alright. I think I'll do one more end turn. Try to get over to Cavern of Mlexigar. More Comet of Cassandora. Down this way. Probably just gonna try to get to a point where we have another, like, decent fight on our way. I could upgrade some of this stuff, but it'll use up some of my population surplus, and I want to get enough to get this building going so I can get up to Sacred Kroxagor eventually. This would also be good though. You know what? That's actually worth it because it'll cut down on my upkeep cost. There you are, you motherfucker. I see you. That's probably who our next big fight is. Alright, got the second level of Gifted Eitzel, which lowers the recruitment cost of Kroxigors, which is fairly useful. More Sacred Guardian. Just gotta make these guys as terrifyingly strong as I can make them. Ooh. And I got a fancy new weapon. You got another level up. Just keep powering up that Comet of Cassandora.
Not likely.
Alright, I could recruit some more friends. I think I want to... I like having that amount of income because it means I can relatively regularly build buildings. Pass one more turn and then I'll end the stream, I think. If this guy attacks me, I'll do a quick save and that'll be the next next time we play this on stream. Have 3 of the following. Sacred Kroxigor. Yeah. Move any character to Albion. That's going to be a bit of an ask, unfortunately. One more turn and I can build the next, my next building. And I can afford it, certainly, so yeah. Because Albion is over here. This is Albion. So I would have to... I mean, I could get a hero character rather than a, like, lord. And I could just send them there, and it would take, like, 2 dozen turns to get there. But I don't have any hero characters that aren't my Skink Priest, and I need my Skink Priest in my army. Oh, I can summon feral cold ones, and I haven't been doing it. I'm a dumbass. Let's pass one more turn. Actually, let's move and then pass one more turn. I'm gonna keep going towards what I suspect are Skaven places, because that's easy gets that boost my power significantly. And here's my good friend Itza. Sequence of the Beasts, then sequence of the Guardian. Bam. Get him. Alright, this is the next significant challenge. I may even end up backing off, because that is a lot of warp fire throwers. That's a lot of damage, and they've got slingers and night runners and shit. I might end up having to back off. But, good to know, I've got this. In the meantime, I'm going to quick save and continue siege. Still not level 10. Yeah, damn. Alright. And I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. I know this was kind of an unconventional game to stream for me, but, you know, I had a good time and I hope you guys did too. Have a good one. Sleep well.